Welcome to The Coffee Grind with the Denton Chamber of Commerce, powered in part by Classic of Denton. The views and opinions expressed by the show hosts and their guests are those of the show host and guests, and not necessarily those of the sponsors, DentonRadio.com, or the Denton Convention and Visitors Bureau. For more information, visit the Policies and Procedures page at DentonRadio.com.
Good morning, Denton. My name is Travis Veselka. I'm the Director of Membership and Marketing for the Denton Chamber of Commerce, and with me, as always, is the trusty co-host.
Good morning, Denton. My name is Randi Skinner, and I serve on the Chamber Board of Directors.
Thank you for serving on the Chamber Board of Directors.
Thank you for being a staff of the Chamber Board of Directors.
So you're watching the Chamber Coffee Grind. We're recording live in the DentonRadio.com studio inside of the Discover Denton Welcome Center on the historic downtown Denton Square. And this show is here to keep you up to date with what's going on in the business community.
Yep.
And we do this weekly, right?
Yep, around 10-ish.
So, yeah. That's our favorite way to say that. So usually we would have a guest. Today we don't have a guest. We're just going to be chit-chatting on a topic ourselves.
I'm excited. We originally, when we first started the show, over 100 episodes ago, right? Haven't we?
Something like that, yeah. It's been on for a couple years.
The idea was to have some topics that we just talked about every once in a while, but we just had such awesome guests that we started just to focus on every week being like, hey, what guests are we going to have on this week?
Right.
So we're kind of going back to our roots. And every once in a while, y'all are going to get just the two of us highlighting something awesome.
Yeah.
So if there's a topic that you'd want us to cover, holler at us, let us know. We'd love to have your ideas.
Right.
And then today, tell us what we're talking about.
Oh, gosh. So today we're going to talk about how the Chamber can help a small business that's just starting out in some pretty powerful ways. So we jotted down, I jotted down a couple of notes because I like to be prepared.
Well, you wrote them, but it was co-hosting of the notes, totally hoarding.
No, I totally
credit
wrote down
here.
what you were saying.
Oh, no, it was both. But I think just to remind people, we hear a lot of people say oh, I don't need to be a member of the chamber, or oh, the chamber's not the right fit for me, or we have a lot of people that join the chamber and then after a year of being involved don't renew, and most of the time it is because it's folks that haven't really gotten involved or taken advantage of what the chamber actually has to offer. And I think a part of it we have to own as the chamber, that means that maybe we're not doing a good enough job communicating what the benefits are. And so we are on a mission this morning to give you 4 benefits. It'll end up being more, but there's 4 categories.
4 categories, yeah.
Of benefits. And hopefully this will help maybe just erase some of the confusion that tends to happen. And maybe there's something that stands out to you that would make that membership more valuable to you. So yeah.
We're going to talk about your expectations versus reality almost.
Right.
All right. So businesses that are just starting or have just started tend to want to focus on making money, right? That's a big focus for businesses.
It's literally
pretty
the
obvious.
whole point in starting your business,
Totally.
right? I love it when it's no, it's to help people, and I'm like,
Yeah,
right,
no.
but you also want to make money, right? They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Okay, yeah. Let's break it down to its most basic level.
Yes, I know you want to help people, and I love that that's a part of your mission, but do you want to eat from your efforts?
Right. Okay, so we've narrowed it down to about four things. All right, so in order for businesses to make money and come to the chamber and have any kind of benefits from their membership, these are the 4 things that we're going to talk about. So the first up is controlling costs.
Yes.
So part of owning and operating a business is you've got money coming in, you've got money going out, and you want to be able to maximize what's coming in versus what's going out, right?
Right, and let's hope that it's more. Although, in the first year, it may not be more.
It may not be, and this might be part of your plan.
That's right.
So while you just you've just started your business, and a lot of people say I got to join the chamber.
Right.
Okay, yes. So the chamber has a membership investment that you must pay in order to be considered a member.
And the lowest one is what?
Currently, it's at $340.
$340.
On an annual investment, right?
$340 a year. That number's not high if you're planning your business correctly and you're not, just willy-nillying it. If you can't afford a $350 investment or $340 investment in the year, then you need to go back to the drawing board. Yeah. I'm just saying it
that
because
translates to about $1 a day.
$1 a day, and it's for the whole year. And And that means that you're like planning it out, right? Like you're being intentional about like, hey, well, what am I going to do as far as like, how am I going to grow my business? And this is one of the ways that you can do it. So because there's an initial investment, you know exactly what it is up front.
Right.
You're able to plan for it. There's no surprises. There's no hidden fees, right? There's not some like magic dust. It's $340 for a small business. And then the larger your business, the membership increase, just like anything, right? So,
and so everybody recognizes that the Chamber of Commerce is where businesses come together. Organizations, companies, corporations, businesses, whatever term you want to give that.
Yes.
That's it. It probably has the most varied and widest audience of any kind of organization in town, based on just the sheer fact that every industry can be represented. And yes, it's all business people, but they all represent different types of things.
Right.
And it's nonprofits, it's for-profits, it's government, it's all kinds of stuff.
Retail, it's service, it's,
Yeah, manufacturing, all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
So what happens when you get your membership and you make that initial layout of an investment amount? You get introduced to, and you have the ability to network with all the other movers and shakers in town. These are people who are, serving on other boards, but they're also business owners. They are people who are connected to things. They're people who offer services that you might be interested in. So the chamber can, once you're a member, help pull together all of these people. And usually it's hundreds at a time. I mean, if you look at any kind of chamber event that brings together its membership, the mixers, the luncheons, our business networking lunch, that's 50 to 100 to 150 to 200. I mean, it just
more, the
larger the event. So networking and connecting you to the right people is pretty hefty. Sort of seed to get you going.
So, and then the other part of controlling costs, like within this theme, is that not only does it connect you to the right people that maybe have a certain service that could help you save time and save money, right? It also connects you to deals.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a benefit that we don't really talk about that much. So tell us, Travis, what are hot deals?
So the Chamber of Commerce has the ability to take in like an entry form, and you can fill out a hot deal. It's essentially just going to be a coupon or some savings or an offer that you've got.
Offering for specifically chamber members.
For chamber members, yes.
By chamber members.
By chamber
members. You have
members.
to be a chamber member to share your deal.
And we're calling that member-to-member deals because it's from one to another.
That really makes a lot of sense. I
Indeed.
think that's a good name for it. We should keep that.
There's a second one, which is hot deals.
Okay.
And those go specifically just B2C.
Okay.
Right.
So there's two different deals that we're talking about. There's the hot deals, and then there's member-to-member deals.
Correct.
So you could essentially select two different opportunities to give to someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as an example, a hotel might say for a hot deal out to the public that they've got a 10% discount on such and such if you come into the hotel and you want to book this meeting place or something like that. Or I think El Phoenix did this just a few days ago, offering on National Tequila Day.
Oh, the dollar
margaritas. And so that was a hot deal that went out, and if you brought that in, as a voucher or something like that, they would give you that deal.
So it's available to even folks that aren't chamber members, essentially, because you can find it on the website.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which brings us to the second part.
Yeah.
Which is the chamber can help you find new customers.
Okay.
Right.
Our second theme, new customers.
Right. So this, on the tail end of all these hot deals and member-to-member deals, essentially networking can help you here as well. If you get involved with a chamber and there's an event that we have coming up, another example, Denton ISD New Employee Reception is going to be happening on Friday.
Yes.
So we ended up taking sponsors at different various levels that gave them a different amount of foot traffic, but essentially their brand is put out there for 400 plus new employees at the school district to encounter, to be introduced to. And that was people who have some sort of thing to do with either newcomers relocating here, actual teaching. So it ranges from mathnasium all the way over to an insurance agent, to a real estate agent, to a teachers association.
It's a really diverse group of folks that are coming
Absolutely.
together.
And so all of these people, we have like 70 some odd vendors participating. So this is a huge group of people, and all of those teachers are going to be introduced to these companies. They may not have seen them, restaurants that they might not have heard of, and these are all people who care about new employees, new teachers, education, students, all kinds of things get brought together at these events. And so it's a very interesting way to narrow down an audience for who you want to give your business to or who you want to introduce your business to.
It's also, so not only are you there with 400 new employees that, you could be your potential customers that you're being exposed to because of your chamber partnership. You're there with, 70 other vendors who see value and are, in a sense, maybe marketing to teachers or supporting teachers or whatever. So those are referral sources for you. Those are
Absolutely.
They may be customers yourself. So you get a room where you're instantly connected to people that you do have some commonality. And so I think a lot of the chamber events do that, right? Because not only are we in the room with like folks that might be our audience, we're also in the room with folks that are influencers or referral sources
Absolutely.
or just idea people, right? And I mean, we all know that you can make things happen a lot faster when you've got multiple heads coming together, and
Right.
literally the chamber can expose you to that. So from a new customer perspective, time and time again, you get exposure to your direct audience, your direct customers, and then also the influencers and the referral sources. So
Absolutely. And if you're not focused on specifically just, talking to the teachers that are coming by the table,
Right.
you want to also go talk to the others in the room. Like you said, they are the
Right.
influencers and the referral sources for you as a business person. So you want to meet the other people who are also setting up their tables.
as a chamber member too, from as far as like new customers go, another thing that you get access to is the directory of all the people
Right.
that are chamber members. And I think we forget that sometimes the best way to create a connection is just by asking. And so literally reaching out to someone and being like, hey, like I'm a chamber member and you are too. Like I'd love to learn more about your business and see how we can get together. It's like my mom told me when I went to kindergarten, I was like, oh, how are you going to make, I don't know if I like remember this actually, or just remember the story, but I was like, oh, how do I make friends? Like, what do I do? And she's like, you just go up to people and you're like, hi, my name's Randi. Do you want to be my friend?
It's really that
Like,
simple.
That, y'all, I made friends, and like clearly I'm okay, right? I'm still able to make friends, right?
Yeah.
So like just asking, and I think we need to just go back to our roots, and getting new customers from the chamber is as simple as just asking someone to learn more about their business and
Right.
how y'all can work together. So there you go.
And something else to keep in mind is that if you're a business and you might not, well, you might be a shop of one, but if you've got an extra person or a couple of extra people, those people can help, further your business interests, because as a member of the chamber, it's not just the one person, it's the entirety of the employment. And so everybody who's employed at this business has the ability to represent that business as a member in the chamber. So it's not just you can send your employees as a proxy for yourself.
Right. Yeah. It's like for your whole group, which is awesome.
So everybody who's employed at the business is basically a member of the Chamber of Commerce. So we have thousands of people. It might be a few hundred businesses, but it's thousands of people. So that brings us to the third one, marketing and brand exposure.
Which you kind of touched on this a little bit with like the events that we offer. You can sponsor those events, and so your brand is getting exposed to the right people, right? So what are some other opportunities?
So we've got things like business networking lunch that happens monthly, and the topics on that it's set up in a lunch and learn format. So the topics on that are basically business oriented. So they have something that's going to be of value to the majority of business owners or business people in town. So it could deal with marketing, health insurance, HR topics, legal types of things, financial types of things.
Exit strategies. Yeah.
We've had all
we
kinds
did
of
that
topics.
One. I think there was even one where you're like the balancing like your personal and your professional lives. So like taking care of your health, right? Like that's part of it too.
Right. So topics range on this particular event
One
every
we
single
haven't
month.
had is like crafting, like an art one. Like I just saw I think it's one of the title companies in town. They are doing like a title, like when you're closing as a realtor, like you have like a little sign that's like, oh, closing, right?
Yep.
And they're doing a thing where they're like, hey, realtors, like come in and like do a craft thing, like make the closing sign with us. I just thought that
Really?
yes.
That's kind of
I thought that
cool.
was so fun. And anyway, so we haven't done craft things for the networking one, but I do think there's been so many cool and fun and unique topics that have been brought in. So I'm excited to see what the rest of the year has in tail for those.
Absolutely. So to go back onto theme, marketing and brand exposure. So some of the ideas that you can be presented with come from a lunch and learn sort of format.
Yeah.
So if there's something that is of relevance to you in this particular way, you can go to one of those business networking lunches and sort of absorb that information and then utilize it later on. We also have the ability to do ribbon cutting ceremonies, groundbreaking ceremonies. So the chamber will show up with ribbons, scissors, shovels, and we'll do a plaque presentation. We'll make announcements and all kinds of stuff. But if you're able to plan an event, then we can help sort of launch that a little further using the chamber's audience, the chamber's followers, local business people, the newspaper, things of that nature. And so that helps to spread the word about things.
And it's really not just, it's really any milestone, right? Because
Right.
as a chamber member, when you join, as part of your membership, you do get a ribbon cutting or a grand opening, whatever you want to call it. So you get one included, right? So that $340, you're already getting this opportunity to promote your business to the chamber membership as a whole, not only through just being listed on the website, but there's email and social media and other marketing tools that come along with that. So $340, y'all. Like,
Right.
I mean, like,
At like the smallest
you've
amount.
already you've already kind of exceeded your opportunities compared to the cost. So it kind of goes back to like controlling costs. Like
Right.
there's
Your
so
return
many,
on investment.
thank you. Your return on investment is so significant when we've just gone through how if you get 1 or 2 new customers through your chamber efforts, if you're able to budget in because you're able to control those costs. And now here we are, we have additional marketing that's on top of that, in addition to all of the networking events and the luncheons and the fun stuff that you're able to go to. But the not just a ribbon cutting, like if you have a milestone coming up,
Right.
there's opportunities where you can add on some benefits to your membership, and some of those come with like an additional cost, right? Like, but at the same time, it's still there, and it's this network of folks that are in our community that are Denton folks, right? That are doing the same kind of efforts that you are, that you're going to get exposure to. So, I mean, it's just right at your fingertips. And I think like I feel like as a member, I don't utilize all of the resources available. And I know that I get so busy that I don't take the time to really understand what all is available and also how do I use it.
Right.
And so you can go to the new member 101s, even if you've been a chamber member for a while, and get a refresher on all these things we're talking about.
Right.
So that's my call to action.
I like it. That's a good one. So this, introduces your business to a different audience of people than you would have encountered on your own.
Right.
And I think finally that fourth kind of major thing is about managing your time.
Yes.
And so you just mentioned, you're not going to be able to take advantage of every single chamber benefit because otherwise you'd be spending your time 24/7 just trying to pump things through the chamber.
And not everything's right for everyone, right?
Right.
Like not everyone has like a deal necessarily they're
Right.
wanting to do, right? Or has an event that they want to talk about.
Right. But we do offer a variety of opportunities. So if there's different types of events that focus on different audiences, different types of activities. There's different frequencies for each one of those, depending on how frequent you want to do those. We've got things like mixers, chamber luncheons, business networking lunches.
We've left out the getting connected with our elected officials and getting connected on the legislative side. Like that is a whole other opportunity that the chamber offers, and just recently has come up with monthly get-togethers.
A government affairs meeting
where we as businesses or just individuals in the community can come together and talk to our elected officials and learn more about what they've got going on.
Right. And this is a direct kind of conversation between that elected official and this audience of chamber members. And so they can have a conversation and share ideas and ask questions in a very kind of casual format and get the answers to those questions. But as far as managing time, I mean, this kind of reflects back on your employees are welcome to show up. It doesn't always have to be just the business owner. And as a business owner, you have a lot of things to worry about and take care of and monitor.
Yes.
And so we just want to be able to offer and say that other people can come in and represent your business and still take that benefit back with them to you. So we offer a variety of different opportunities, and the Chamber of Commerce is so wide-ranging in its audience and who it appeals to and who it connects and how it does those connections that it's kind of one place that solves a lot of problems all at once. So it's a really outstanding investment for a small business owner and operator to kind of get a lot of bang for their buck.
It also reminds me of as a business owner, you're trying to figure out like, where should I invest my time? And there's lots of different ways and places to do it, but figuring out where's that one place that you can get a lot of different touch points. And the chamber does that. And so chamber might not be the right fit for you, and that's okay. But there's having one place where you get access to lots of resources and lots of networking opportunities and lots of people is worth your time. And that does help you manage your time so that you're not, I'm just going to get her. Where I don't know if everybody else here is Easton, but she's here today. So she did not want to be left out. Speaking of managing time,
right?
So I myself am kind of in this boat, right? Like learning to manage my time as a new business owner and as a mom. And so when I first started, kind of like looking at, okay, how am I gonna maximize like my time? And the chamber and Rotary, I'm also Rotary. The chamber stayed at the very top for me, and that's part of the reason why is because it was one place that I can put my efforts and that I can learn about a multitude of events. And for me, what was beneficial is I get to learn about events from the Women of Commerce, events from as a Leadership Denton alumni, events from a luncheon or things that are happening in the evening. And so it was a lot of a variety of things. And so that allowed me to manage my time better. Oh my goodness. We're not paying attention to her.
Indeed. Well, we'll try and wrap this up real quick. All right. So we've just gone through about 4 different major kind of ways that the Chamber of Commerce can assist a business owner.
Yes.
And I think we've kind of done a good job on that.
I think so too.
Right.
So controlling. Let's go through the 4.
Oh, yes.
So helping to control costs.
Getting new customers. Marketing and brand exposure for your business, and helping to manage some time.
Okay. If you disagree with any of those things, we are open to your feedback.
We would love to hear some feedback.
And we had some commenters, and we didn't really talk to them. So
Sarah Muniz, hello, back to you. Heart you too. Veronica, I'm so sad I missed National Tequila Day. Hot deal. Need to pay more attention. Y'all are always awesome. Thank you, Veronica. That's very thoughtful. And then Chrissy, hello.
Good morning, Chrissy.
You're also a favorite.
Oh, she hasn't done a ribbon cutting yet. Okay, we'll take care of that.
Indeed, yeah.
Look, we've already served.
We're experts.
We have already have a call to action happening out of this, or someone taking action from this conversation. So.
All right. Well, that sounds good. So we're just going to run through some upcoming events real quick.
Awesome. What do we got going on in Denton this
All right. So today is the very last day for the Denton Area Marine Corps League membership drive. If you want to join the organization, become a member, today is the very last day. And you can find this information on the chamber calendar, by the way. It's at denton-chamber.org. You go to the events tab and click on chamber events or community events.
Then we have Sweetwater's Coffee and Teas ribbon cutting. I've already seen people posting about this and saying how delicious it is. But it's happening August 6th, Tuesday at 10 a.m. What are you upset about? At 10 a.m. And it's it's at Teasley Lane. And it's free to attend. So a ribbon cutting, it's where we go and we welcome the business, and you can come whether or not you're a chamber member. So I've heard so many good things about them. I'm super pumped.
And let's not get confused. This is Sweetwater's
Tea
and coffee,
not Sweetwater Grill.
Right. So on Tuesday,
that would be delicious too.
That would be good. On Tuesday, August 6th, Velocity Physical Therapy is having a free low back pain and sciatica workshop. Starts at 6 p.m., so it's in the evening, goes till 7:30. And if you're having any kind of issues with this kind of nerve pain, they want to help you out in a natural way without any medications, injections, or surgery. So there are some options for you if that's not something that you'd like to participate or not like to go through. Participate.
If
go
they could
through.
help.
Yeah.
So then Wednesday, August 7th for lunch at 11:30, we are meeting at Outback Steakhouse with Women in Commerce for the Power Hour lunch that they've been doing. And this month's speaker is Erica Packburn with the Chamber, our new Chamber president. So if you've not had the opportunity to meet Erica, now is a great time. She's going to be coming and sharing a little bit about her. She has a topic about, what's our topic this year?
It's inspiration.
Inspiration.
And being inspired, inspiring others.
Being inspired, and yes, so it's going to be great. And then also it's a great opportunity if you are a woman business owner and you're unsure if the chamber would be the right fit for you. Come and ask Erica yourself.
Absolutely. There's limited seating. We have about a 90 to 100 different kind of spots, and so we're about
and it sells out every time.
80% full.
You're 80% full. Okay.
Just about.
Y'all probably need to get on there today.
So last but not least, we also have our business networking lunch coming up on August 9th. That's a Friday. Starts at 11:30, goes until 1. It's over at Spring Hill Suites by Marriott. And this month we're going to be having Jeremiah Johnson, who is a sales trainer, networking coach, kind of talk to us about just interacting with people, getting your business pitch pulled together in a succinct way so that when you get caught up in a conversation, you can very easily say, this is what my business does, and what I'd like from you.
If you're unclear about like when someone's talking about like what's your elevator pitch, what's your 30-second commercial, like if you can't spout something off,
right,
then this is a really great one to go to. And even if you can, it's a great opportunity just to kind of like refresh. And, you know, the elevator pitch and 30-second commercial, we all are like, oh, that's so old school. But y'all, it's still relevant.
It's still super relevant.
What do you say when you are sitting next to someone and they ask you what you do? In 30 seconds, you could make or break that connection. And by having somebody have like this really impactful actionable statement, I mean, it makes a big difference. And Jeremiah is great at helping you kind of figure it out and break it down. And he has a cool system. So definitely want to go out and support him. And Karen says, hi, Karen.
Baby time, yep.
Great manager.
Time manager. Veronica. Oh, Easton just wanted to be part of the conversation.
She did.
Show her mom is an expert manager, time manager.
Oh, yes. I don't know about that, but we're making it work, right?
Yeah.
Yes, she does. She likes her time. She's working on her own podcast. You know, she's going to be pitching it to Jake here soon. So she also works next door at Chestnut Tree. She's
part-time.
Part-time. She's Suzanne's sous chef. Sous
like
chef. So
that's adorable.
Yes, she likes her square life living.
Y'all are like living the best life.
Yeah. You're my best friend. Yeah.
All right. Well, that takes us 2 weeks into the future.
That's a lot of opportunities just within 2 weeks. So I challenge y'all to pick one. Pick one and come. Even if you're not a chamber member, come. We'd love to have you check it out and get connected.
All right. So I have some questions for Easton.
Okay.
She can't answer. She's fine.
Yes.
I do want to know, what is her favorite way of dentoning?
Oh, so she's a new dentoner.
Yeah.
So she's still, we like walking around the square is pretty much as far as we've gotten so far.
I like it. That's a good start.
But yeah, we're a big fan of walking around the square. Yes, would you agree? Yes.
I saw that.
Did you
I
see
saw
that, y'all?
She nodded
She's
yes.
She's advanced.
She's so advanced.
Okay, say bye-bye.
Oh gosh.
Say I won't be here next week. I've got a date. I've got a date with my friend next week. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and thank you, Randi.
Yes.
And Easton.
Thank you, Travis.
Thank myself.
And Jake,
as
always.
Thank you, Jake. So for more information about the Denton Chamber of Commerce, you can find us at denton-chamber.org. You can follow and friend us on social media. And remember to tune in here on Wednesdays at about 10-ish.
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. We want to thank our partners and sponsors who made this show possible. And now stick around for a word from all of us here at Discover Denton.